My name is Margaret Harris, better known as Grandma Harris. I'm a Cree Indian from northern Manitoba. And how did the traditional mothers get started? In Prince Rupert, my husband worked for the company for 31 years. And one day I had this dream. And I don't know whether it was a dream, whether it was a vision. But this person spoke to me and said, I'm going to send you away to teach. And I answered and I said, don't send me. Send my husband. He's the educated one. So he said, but I'm going to send both of you, and I'm going to teach you. So I came to Vancouver. My husband went to UBC, and after 6 years he finished, he graduated, and I went to look for an apartment, and we found one. And one night I got a phone call, 10 o'clock Sunday night, come to work tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. And I thought, well, I'm not looking for a job, but I will go. So I went. And when I got there, here were these young mothers that I was supposed to teach. And I knew exactly what I had to do because all the 6 years that I was waiting, I was being taught traditional teaching, what I learned when I was a little girl. And that's how traditional mothers got started. And that was 20 years ago, approximately over 20 years ago. And about 200 girls went through our program. And we only know of about maybe 3 that went back to the streets. And I want to introduce one of my favorite girls, Lorna Morrison, who was one of my first students, and she will tell you what the program has done for her.
My name is Lorna Morrison, and my real name is Uspi Susque, and I'm one of the students that went through the Traditional Mothers Dance Group and Life Skills program. And before I started that program, I was not in a good way and struggling, and so I met a teacher, and she introduced me to a counselor at Indian Homemakers. And the counselor at Indian Homemakers asked me if I wanted to take a parenting skills group. And at first I said no, because I thought my parenting skills were good. And so I was resistant, and then finally after she asked me again, I went to this building, and then I went into this room, and it was a really, really nice room. It was really calm. And out of this other little room came this little elderly lady, and she asked me what my favorite color was. And I said my favorite color is red. So she said, well, come over here then. And so I went into the other room, and she got me some cloth to make a shawl. And that elderly lady was our elder grandma, Margaret Harris. And so I went through the program. It was a 3-month program, and there we were taught life skills and family skills and budgeting and traditional culture. And so I loved it so much that I wanted to come back. So I came back and I asked if I could be a volunteer. So they said that it was okay, that I could come back and be a volunteer. So I stayed with them for a number of years, and I became the teacher's assistant, and then I became the elder's assistant, and then I also helped to coordinate the dance group. And so throughout those years I learned a number of skills to help with my family and to help the girls with their family situations, and so I'm still here, and I'm still helping to get funding for our group, which is right now it's really important that we find the funding to continue with our programs and the work that we do in our community.
My name is Sakamlox. I'm from the Royal Duckamist House of Hokbakwat, Gitsan Nation, a territory that was once called Dan Mohammed before Canada was given its name, before BC was given its name. I came to Auntie's class about 10 years ago to help her out. I strongly believe that without your culture, you don't know where to go. These were the wise words of Nelson Mandela. He says, how do you know where to go if you don't know where you came from? So I teach the culture, not the drumming or dancing. I have no voice, but it has given me guidance and comfort knowing my culture in times of trouble. I turn to my culture and my songs and my legends for guidance. How I
Hi, my name is Debbie Kroll. My birth name is Debbie Leona. It's actually Debbie Lee Stoll, and my adopted name is Debbie Leona Lee Kroll. I came to Grandma Harris's group back in 2006, but actually the first time I saw her was back in 2002, and saw her being honored as a queen for United Native Nations, and Grandma Harris was being honored as the king for honored United Native Nations. When I saw her, it was just she just totally radiated in beauty and light, and she's just so amazing and soft-spoken and the most beautiful person I ever saw in my life. And I was during the time where I was just connecting with the Aboriginal community. I'm Aboriginal, but I was apprehended as a child from my birth mother. And I also so I grew up in a non-Aboriginal home, and I had no relationship with my cultural identity. And it was Grandma Harris that reconnected me with my cultural identity. And it took me 4 years of building up the courage to learn from her, and I finally did after our paths crossed again in 2006 when we were both working at the Aboriginal Mother Center down in Dundas. She was working there as a traditional mother, providing teachings, cultural teachings for the women, and I was a parent organizing. I was teaching women how to advocate for themselves. And every day those women are able to come in and learn from Grandma. So every day I got to hear their songs, I got to watch the women make the regalia, and got to witness the transformation each woman went through as they reunited with their cultural identity. And I was healed just by witnessing and listening to their songs. I grew the strength to join her next sessions, which was actually down at the Native Court Workers. You think about Grandma Harris, she's been teaching within our communities, within our organizations for 20 years, but she's never had a home base herself. And that's one of my goals, to give back. I'd like to try to find, try to create revenue or something for her so she has a permanent site, so traditional mothers has a permanent home. Because she has been sharing her same teachings and curriculum with several different organizations, and has touched so many lives, and I think it's really important that she has that legacy, that we can give that back to her, so her vision will be fulfilled. I can speak with confidence now. I didn't have this confidence back in 2006, and I learned many things, and not first from Grandma Harris, then from other traditional grandmothers, and we built relationships amongst ourselves, and I didn't just become stronger, but my children became stronger and enriched as well as they witness and participate, and it's the most beautiful feeling in the world when you start singing. But I just wanted to accent the point that it's the most wonderful feeling in the world when you're sharing when you're singing for the community, and you're singing out in public, and your children join you, and you don't even have to ask; they just do it, and it's just really super lovely. It's an experience that continues to give, and I feel really blessed, and I hope I can share the teachings the way I learned them, which is a really super gentle, good way, not as soft-spoken as Grandma Harris. And I hope to be, hope to honor her in a good way. Thank you so much for taking this time.